stole water and paid with everything. An old, grumpy neighbor thought he was smart siphoning water from a house he didn't own. But one silent move flipped his entire life upside down. This isn't just revenge. This is poetic justice. Stay till the end, because karma knocked on the wrong gate. I had just bought a house. Not just any house. It was a quiet, slightly beat-up property in the heart of the capital city. A hidden gem, really. The kind that others overlook, but I saw the potential in. The sellers were family, friends, living abroad for the past 3 years. They needed the money fast, and I needed a place. Win-win, right? But as I unlocked the rusty padlock on the main door, I had no idea I was walking into a war zone. Not a war of bullets. A war of pipes, pumps, and pride. On my very first day, I parked my car inside the garage, or tried to, because someone else's motorcycle was already there. Yes, in my garage. No note, no explanation, just a random bike, as if my property was still public space. I calmly dragged the bike out onto the street. Within hours, a furious man showed up at my gate, hammering it with his fists. I didn't answer. He waited 15 minutes, huffed, and took his bike. I watched him through the window, sipping my tea. Welcome to the neighborhood. My next-door neighbor was an old man, grumpy, suspicious. The kind of guy who looked like he was chewing on lemons 24/7. Turns out, he wasn't happy that the house was sold. According to my friends, he had hoped it would stay abandoned forever, that it would be his unofficial backyard. Why? Because, as I soon discovered, he had made it very useful. One day while showering, I noticed something odd. The water pressure was way too low, just a trickle. But, strangely, I could hear a water pump humming through the walls coming from the neighbor's side. It clicked. What if this man was stealing my water? It sounds insane, I know, but the pieces were falling into place. When I turned my taps after his pump shut off, my pressure returned to normal. Coincidence? I didn't think so. I started monitoring it. Every time his pump ran, my pressure dropped. When his pump stopped, mine came back. Every single time. I ran some tests, opened taps, checked timings, even took photos of my meter readings. No doubt, this man was stealing my water likely by tapping into a connection he made while the house was abandoned. Water in my country isn't expensive. The whole bill might have been just $5. But this wasn't about the money. This was about entitlement. About someone who thought he could help himself to someone else's property because he got used to it. He thought I wouldn't notice. He thought I wouldn't care. He thought he could keep taking. He was wrong. No need to confront him. No legal drama. I came up with something cleaner, colder, and utterly satisfying. The plan? Wait until his pump turned on, and simply shut off my main water valve. That's it.
See, in our system, the tank on the roof fills through pressure. If the pump runs and no water flows, the valve stays open, and the pump keeps sucking in nothing. That's dangerous. Pumps overheat. They burn out. And in his case, wiring from the 1990s wasn't built for this. I picked a Monday night, waited till around 11 p.m. The moment I heard his pump turn on click, I closed my main valve. And then, I waited. At 3 a.m., the chaos began. Lights out. Screams. Shouting. The wiring short-circuited. No electricity. No water. Tenants upstairs were furious. And in our country? Cutting water or electricity to tenants, whether intentionally or through negligence, is a legal nightmare. They were yelling at him from balconies. One tenant even threatened police action. And the cherry on top? Both tenants moved out within 48 hours. The tenants filed complaints. He got slapped with a 500 finay, huge amount for someone on a retired mechanic's pension. He now had to pay both tenants their full deposits back, rewire the entire home, fix his now broken water pump, and find new tenants, which legally he can't until repairs are verified. But the real punch? That house was his only income. With no tenants, he had no money. And now, no power, no water, and nowhere to go. He packed up and moved in with his daughter. A few days later, he came to my gate. His face was stone, voice calm. "Did you shut off your water last week?" I gave him the most innocent smile I could muster. "Oh yeah, my tank had a leak. Plumber said to shut it off till he came." The silence between us was loud. He nodded slowly, said, "Okay," and walked away. Did he know the truth? Absolutely. Could he prove anything? No. Did it matter? Not one bit. Some people think revenge means fire and fury, but the best kind is quiet. It's when they know you did it, but can't say a word. When justice is poetic and completely legal. All I did was close a valve, and that simple flick changed everything. They say karma is a dish best served cold, but sometimes all it takes is a twist of a tap. If you enjoy the story of quiet revenge and poetic justice, don't forget to chail, like this video chail, subscribe to Funny Fun, and share it with someone who loves justice with a twist. Because here at Funny Fun, we don't just tell stories, we let karma do the talking. Thanks for watching. See you next time with another revenge story.